Alright, hey guys, Paxer, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. As the title states, is going to be a Mega Kangaskhan EX deck showcase. From the looks of it, a ton of fun. We shall see in this video, but this card seems very promising. If you guys are new to my channel, really do consider if you like and subscribe. It really does help me out tremendously, especially as a small-time content creator. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So this is the deck list right here. I'll show it again one more time towards the end of the video. Alright, first battle, we are going against the Mega Blastoise EX Solo deck. And again, if you guys are new to my deck showcases, first battle isn't really meant to be too competitive, more so just to get the feel for our deck. The next two battles will be against real players. So we are going second. We are running one Sableye essentially just to counteract Lucario. Alright, not too bad. So we're gonna May. May's huge, so we need one Kangaskhan. Perfect. Okay, that is nice. Amazing. So we got Manaphy, Pichu, and Kangaskhan. And just like this, keep in mind, of course, Mega Kangaskhan is colorless, so I can just do this. Feed, Splashy Toss. Next turn, Kangaskhan can just attack twice in one turn. We also have Lucky Ice Pop. Heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. If you healed any damage in this way, flip a coin. If heads, put Lucky Ice Pop into your hand instead of the discard pile. So you can just keep on healing. If you just keep on getting heads, then you can heal just as much as you want. Much more potential. So we have starting planes. Each basic Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent, get plus 20 HP. So it could hinder you, but also help you at the same time. But look at this. So placing it down. First time using a stadium in this game. Just like that. So Pichu gets plus 50. This guy just a mega tank, 200 HP, Manaphy. So yeah, this card could be essentially a counter against Furfrou. Because Furfrou can one-shot baby Pokemon, starting planes, 2-hit KO. The only downside is that, again, if your opponent does play Stadium, it does replace it. But for now, we're just chilling. So we just do this, retreat, and just like that, we won. Okay. Very fast battle, but I'm gonna wait a turn. Why not? I want my opponent to get at least one more Pokemon down, so you can see how the attack works. Opponent is getting very unlucky. Okay. Can we potentially... We might be able to get another Kangaskhan. Why not? Alright, yeah. Start building our second copy. Can this guy please put at least one basic down, please? I could finish him, but no. Okay, this guy's kind of pissing me off. Okay. Sure. Next turn, our second copy can attack. And my turn. Finally, placing down a Pokemon. Gets Manaphy. Okay, copycatting as well. I don't blame this guy. So at this point, to make it pretty quick, double punching family. Using the power of family to beat up your opponent. So here we go. Does 80 damage first time. Does 80. Okay. Get 1 point, nice. Second attack. Subs in. Just like that. And I do 40. So a grand total of 120. Yeah, doesn't seem too much, but again, it's pretty good in the long run, in my opinion. Especially since, keep in mind, I don't know if you'll see her, but we do have one copy of Ilima. Ilima will allow us to take Mega Kangaskhan off the board. So let's say Mega Kangaskhan EX will die next turn. You can just use Ilima. Kangaskhan will be in our hand, sub in a baby Pokemon, and just feed again. So next turn, Kangaskhan can attack at full health. But yeah. I like the gimmick though. Attacking twice does seem nice. Kind of rhymes, but as you can see, yep, same thing again. Manaphy is dead. I need one more point. Just like that. Just straight up attacking. I think the main downside for this is, let's say my opponent does Rocky Helmet. I'm taking 40 damage that turn. That's the main downside. But, I mean, you are getting buffed with starting planes. Okay. I'm actually gonna... How many cards do I have? I have 2 cards. I'm gonna wait one more turn. I could win right now. But I do want to try out Lucky Ice Pop. So I'm just gonna... Might as well just feed. A bit risky, but we have 2 more cards. 50% chance to get Ilima. So next turn, if Mega Kangaskhan will die, we can just do that. But I said, there's Ilima. This guy can just start attacking. Yeah, doing 130, taking a bit of damage. I'm only doing 120, keep in mind, so still gonna survive. Perfect, we got Ilima. Okay, so I'm just gonna try this out. So Lucky Ice Pop. Do that. Heals 20. Flip a coin. Okay, I get it. So it goes back to my hand. I can do it again. Healing 40. And one more time. Here we go. This is a gambler's dream, dude. I got it again. Okay. Gotta keep on going. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. Just don't stop, man. Healing, what is this? 60 so far? Not over yet. It's not. Just keep on going. This is gonna piss off a lot of people, dude. Imagine healing like 200 HP. That's insane. You can't make this up. Okay, just keep on going. Just don't stop, man. Fueling the addiction. Almost at full health. Okay, I can't. Okay, nice. That's... I could have Lima, but double punch. Just keep on punching. If my opponent was a real person, they would be pissed off. Like, sure, I have a Lima, but they don't know that. They could have just easily just one-shot it and took the game, because keep in mind this is a Mega EX, so if this Pokemon does get knocked out, my opponent does win. But just like that, taking the win, this red carding just in case. You know what? I might as well, man. Just to kind of BM a little bit. I'm gonna use a Lima. Yeah, right into my hand. Just like that. Sub in this guy. And yeah, a ton of fun. This is... I like this, man. Especially as colorless EXs go. I feel like it's kind of a hit or miss. We get some good ones like Arceus EX, and some bad ones like Licky EX. Somewhat okay, but not the best. Kind of a mid EX in my opinion. And yeah, with that being said, we shall see how this deck performs in PvP. Alright, here we are in PvP battle, going second against... It looks like an Alolan Ninetails deck. Alright, hand looks somewhat promising. We got 2 Pokeballs. Hopefully we can get a Kangaskhan, which is very likely because we got 2 Pokeballs as well as May. Perfect. Okay, nice. So at this point, Professor's Research, not too bad. Just like that, next turn, Kangaskhan can attack. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill like this. So Splashy Toss, feeding Kangaskhan. All right, opponent evolves into Araquanid, places down another Vulpix in the bench, also Copycats. You love to see this. And at this point, honestly, I might just May. Looking at my opponent's deck, I don't think they have Lucario. So, nice. Yeah, of course, that's guaranteed. Trading Sableye. Perfect. Next turn, we can start feeding Kangaskhan in the bench. So, double punching family. One-shotting Alolan Vulpix and doing a bit of damage on to the second copy. Opponent places Training Area. So, buff stage 1s. Stage 1s do plus 10 damage. Good red card. My opponent's getting pretty bad luck. I'm a Sabrina. Yeah. Because I want this guy to sub in Araquanid. Hopefully they do. Just concedes. Okay. But yeah, you see how the deck works. Very good early game, especially if you go second. If you go second, your second turn, they can attack. If you go first, it will take one more turn until this guy can attack, but nevertheless, a very fun card. All right, next battle, going first. Okay, we do have a Pokeball. Ideally, you do want to have 2 babies out on the field with Mega Kangaskhan, primarily just to counteract Sabrina. If your opponent does Sabrina, you can sub in another baby Pokemon. So place 2 down. Very straightforward stuff. At this point, might as well... I'm gonna Rocky Helmet Kangaskhan, Splashy Toss. Right, opponent feeds Nihilego. Also Poison Barbs. At this point, I'm just gonna Sabrina. Yeah. Again, keep in mind, when you go first, slightly slower, but it really depends on your opponent. If they require a lot of build-up, then of course it's gonna take far longer. I'm just gonna chill like this, why not? It doesn't seem like my opponent does have Lucario. If you do, it might be screwed. Probably should have played Sableye, but yes. Splashy Toss. Next turn, this guy can attack. All right, perfect. And we got this as well, which also does buff the Nihilego, keep in mind. So we got the Stadium, yeah. I could place it down, but Nihilego will be at, since it's a basic, it's going to be at 90 HP, so Kangaskhan cannot one-shot. So with that being said, I'm just going to do this. So might as well, why not, feed Kangaskhan a bit more. Not place it down if anything next turn, but for now we're just going to attack. One-shotting Nihilego, taking a bit of damage because of Rocky Helmet. So I get Rocky Helmeted. Of course, opponent subs in that second copy, attack, and I get Poison Barbed. Just like that. So I got Poison Barbed and Rock Helmeted in one turn. Opponent places down Coughing, attacks. Doing a bit of shit damage, kind of an awkward damage. Number 10 HP. You will have to attack one more time. Get a red card, doesn't really do much in this scenario. And yeah, this is why you want to have at least 2 copies of Kangaskhan. I mean, this could still work, yeah, but generally it is much better, especially with the Lima, just a fast retreat. So yeah, very straightforward stuff. At this point, I might as well just Stadium, just to give me plus 20 more HP, but again, looking at my opponents, they do get buffed as well. Yeah, this punch, that is so satisfying. Just being able to attack twice. Again, it's a double-edged sword, because, I mean, if your opponent has Rocky Helmet, then you will take 40 damage in total. Okay, so opponent, I'm assuming will sub out, yeah, okay. So this is a perfect example here. So opponent cannot attack. Please don't surrender. Ooh, actually, hold up. This is rather scary. You actually might lose this. This is pretty rough because of poison. Yeah, if you want, instead of running the Ice Pop, you could run PC Lady instead because of poison. Of course, poison is pretty annoying. 7 cards. Yeah, we can't Alima, which is pretty unfortunate. But at this point, might as well just do this. So retreat. Doesn't really matter what I discard. So we retreat, sub into a baby. Mega Kangaskhan is cured. Splashy toss. Opponent can Cyrus, but not able to kill. Actually, hold up. Okay, yeah, does Cyrus. Doing a bit of chip damage. Okay, so if I do attack this Dragalge, the ability is essentially a poison barb. So if I attack, I lose. I'm at 10 HP. Okay, anything can happen. We got Lucky Ice Pop! This card could save my life right here. Holy crap. Here we go, man. Okay. Lucky Ice Pop, please pop off. So guaranteed 20, 100%. Second. Okay. Damn, of course it happened in a solo battle, but it doesn't happen right now. Okay. At this point, might as well May. Because I do want a second copy of Kangaskhan in my hand. Perfect, we got a second copy. This is where it gets kind of scary. My opponent used 1 Cyrus. I doubt they have a second copy. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Why not? So just do that. Oh crap, I'm running out of time. Let's do this. We are essentially just stalling for time. You got 1 more copy, so Splashy Toss! It doesn't matter. Okay, ran out of time, but in the grand scheme of things, it shouldn't matter too much. Alima. All I need is an Alima. Attacking. Mantak is dead. My opponent has 1 point, so here we go. Pretty scary. Professor, please give me an Alima. If anything, next turn I have a 50% chance. Okay, perfect. You got the card. Playing is very risky. Opponent used Cyrus, but I doubt they have a second copy. We shall see. For now, yes. Let's do this. Very straightforward stuff. So, beat this guy. Next turn we can Alima. Get this guy out of the field. Second baby is dead, but there's still hope. So, subbing this guy in, I'm gonna bank that they don't have a Cyrus. If anything, Sabrina. So, instead of Alimaing, yeah, instead of... Actually, hold up. I can play Sableye down. And it's chill like this. At this point, might as well just Copycat. Next turn, I should have all my cards. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So next turn, I will have Alima. He's gonna attack. This guy will get poisoned, but not able to get one-shotted. Perfect. So attack once. Get poisoned, yeah. And just like this, second attack. Doing 120. Opponent is at 10 HP. So force to retreat. Does have a second copy of Dragalge. That's the main issue with stalling is that, yeah, my opponent did get a slight advantage, but okay. We should be good. We should still be good. So, at this point, I might as well do this. This might hinder us, but yeah, that guy is kind of scaring me. So if anything, Kangaskhan is gone. Rest in peace. But I can do this. And yes, okay. Kind of scared. Actually, I might have lost, but yeah. You see the potential with this. You definitely see the potential. I may have made a miscalculation. I probably should have retreated out of this guy. But yeah, you know what? It is what it is. This guy takes a dub. Yes, I do apologize. I've been moving the whole day, so a minor miscalculation, but still a ton of fun, man. You gotta play it a bit carefully, but if you do, then yeah, your opponent really doesn't stand a chance. And yeah, with that being said, I'll do 1 more battle. All right, last battle. We can definitely cook with this. Okay, nice. So we are going second. 2 Kangaskhan's. We have an Alima. So interesting. My opponent's using Meloetta, a new card. At the beginning of your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, put a random psychic Pokemon from your deck into your hand. Opponent just did that. All right, not too bad. I'm a red card, getting a ton of value first turn. I'm just gonna chill like this. I'm gonna hold off playing the stadium because my opponent might have it as well. And again, you can only run 1 stadium in the game. So if my opponent does play a stadium card, I can place mine and that will replace their stadium. So, end my turn. Slowly feeding this guy, but in a couple turns we'll get fed. And this guy will take a bit of damage, but again, we do have a Lima for easy retreat. Our opponent places Meloetta in the bench as well as the routes. We can chill like this, why not? So slowly getting fed, yeah. And next turn, I'll play the stadium, why not? But right now, I'm just gonna end my turn because I can one-shot Meloetta without stadium. With the stadium, she will survive with 10 HP. All right, this is where my opponent has to be, okay. I was gonna say they could be smart, but they, if I were them, I would feed Gardevoir because yeah, just like that, I can say Lima. Kangaskhan is out, and opponent concedes. Just like that. So you can kind of see, even going first, not leading with baby Pokemon, this deck can still work. And yeah, that was the Mega Kangaskhan EX deck showcase. Overall, a ton of potential and a ton of fun, and this card will continue to get better. Extremely versatile, can be kind of slow, especially if you aren't leading with a baby Pokemon. But if you go second, then your second turn, you can just straight up attack, doing 120. And then, yeah, Alima is just a huge support in this, just being able to retreat. Because without Alima, your opponent can just win. Yeah, because I mean, if you could try retreating, opponent might have Cyrus, opponent Sabrina's, yeah, that could happen. But if you just Alima, then they're just out of the game. And then by then, you can just sub in either a baby Pokemon and start feeding the same Mega Kangaskhan, or sub in another Kangaskhan. So yeah, a ton of fun. This is the deck right here yet again. Overall, I'd rate this deck A tier. It's really hard to tell. I mean, this is a fairly new meta, but for now, I'd say a solid A, leaning to A+. Yeah, we should see how this deck performs in rank later on. But in casual battle, in competitive battle, and even in the new random battles they added, you're gonna have a ton of fun using this card. And yeah, that's the video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm running on pure caffeine right now because if you guys don't know, I have been moving houses. Honestly, I would have preferred the pack to drop the usual time, but I mean, in other circumstances, 5 p.m. for me is pretty good. But during this one circumstance, it is rather inconvenient. But yeah, that's pretty much the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.